Day vlog number 71, and at the moment I'm cleaning a little bit up my mind, and let's start with a red flag and how to recognize one. And this one is about people who twisting past events into a different direction and or denying it. And the thing is, and we discussed this, or actually I dropped it in a video message to one of my trusted people, and I said also, a stealer is always a stealer. Why they don't do it anymore? Simply don't have the opportunity anymore. The same is with cheating, lying, denying, changing the course of events in their head, and that's a huge red flag, especially when you have multiple people around you like this who, you know, imagine things, forget things. Selective memory is also a very nice one, especially, you know, when some people have some sort of above average level of intelligence and then they have a very selective memory. See, the thing is, in my case, I look at everything. The way they talk, the way they, for example, when I text with people, there's always, I'm not looking at specific events, it's always longevity, and there are recurring events. Sometimes it takes, you know, if you know a person for a longer time, sometimes it takes more than 1.5 years or a year that they drop lies, heavy lies, and how to recognize them and how to spot them. Well, that is a little bit, that is simply paying attention the way people speak, especially on text. And when they text, yeah, see, the texting is the easiest one because you can read it over and read it back, and then they have changes of approaches, changing of wordings that they normally don't use, or they all of a sudden use your name, which they never do, you know, always dumbass nicknames, and then all of a sudden your real name. Then they think that they mean business or whatever. But the thing is, and that's another red flag, people who change their approaches because they want something. And this is also another red flag, people who show some sort of interest for short amounts of time and then using different approaches. You know, they don't have the best intention for you. Never underestimate this. Pay attention to people, how they speak, how they act, and especially, you know, every human being, okay, yeah, me also, most human beings, they have a very obvious pattern of behavior, speaking and or texting, which is for me very fascinating, because, you know, I'm using a lot of real life experiences and I'm go way much more all over the top. See, people start contacting me and they probably understand that it's about them. That's another sign that they admit their mistakes, they admit their lies, their denial. And is this all about telling how bad people are? No. This is about that you don't make the same mistakes as I did. You have to cut off people who don't have the best intentions for you. And I always fought more with my heart than with my mind. You know, I was always very emotional. And, you know, that is something, of course, like I said in previous videos, you should be emotional involved in pretty much any kind of engagement. That's what I do believe in, because otherwise, if there's no emotion, there is no motion or exchange of vibrations with the people that you want to vibrate with. But, you know, in my case, I forgave so many. See, even if I noticed a lie or people stole and or this and this, I always say, yeah, you know what, people don't wake up and think I'm gonna do bad, you know. Sometimes, and this is another thing, a lot of people are really opportunity pickers, not really seeking, they're not really seeking for it, but when it presents itself, the opportunity of stealing, the opportunity of lying, so they can benefit somehow, somewhat, or what was I? Stealing, lying, oh yeah, cheating. I talked about this before. A lot of, let's say, normal people who have now their families, they all try to, no, not all, but from the old days, especially the people from Holland, yeah, no, why don't you build a family? You know, that is simply not that they want from me. They just want to justify their own boredom. I'll be very honest. So many people, and this is another thing, they talk about, still, about other women. So, and to be very honest, when they knock somebody up and then still watching porn, talk about other women, you didn't find the right one. Telling you, you know, I know this from my exes, all of them, you know, and it's good. And like I said, I'm always still good. I would always have a little chit chat on the street when I meet them over here, you know. I would always say hi or whatever, and I don't hate anybody. The thing is, the people who just want to put me, let's so-called, in a family situation, so they can feel good about theirs, that I would say, yes, that's what I really want. No, you know what I really want? First, a very stable and very growth-focused young lady. Because at the moment, I am still single. And now at my age, I want to settle down. Not like this, but, you know, I'm living only in Airbnbs since a couple of exes back, and yeah, that's another thing. But so to get back to the cheating part, and when there's the opportunity, those people will cheat. I know one guy who actually pops up once in a while in the neighborhood that I live, and he constantly talks. Every time that I meet him, I have to listen to his Tinder stories, I have to listen to blah blah blah, but in the meantime he has 2 children and he proclaims that he's happy. Well, you know, you can fool a lot of people, but I'm not one of them, you know. I'm doing this for a living. I meet people on a daily basis for so many years, you know, and I'm genuinely interested in why they do things, and you know, I'm always curious about everything. And you know, I always put also a little disclaimer in it. I always tell people, if you want me to fuck off, just tell me to fuck off. And I'm always saying this in a way that it's very, very straightforward, that I also wouldn't feel stepped on my toes when they would say, you know, I need to do something else. And especially with new people, but I really say it like this: if you want me to fuck off, so they also understand I'm a little bit more, you know, open-minded. I'm not very fast stepped on my toes, unless you do things you shouldn't do and disrespectful stuff. But that's another story. Anyways, red flags. Look at people, their behavior, and if there's something out of line, there's something out of line over here. And the takeaway from this, to keep your circle clean for people who changed in their mind the course of past events, you better get rid of them. Because I do believe, and I talked also with multiple people from multiple countries, different religions, and in the end, I always talk about energy. Always, everything is energy. You know, everything is energy. Energy. I am thriving on energy, you know. And I'm like a little child. If I feel that somebody is a little bit off and or, you know, disturbed and or has bad intentions, you know, I can smell it. And I also will react, you know, because I do this from a very young age, you know, like I explain once or multiple times, maybe 2 times. You know, I had periods, you know, around when I was 8. You know, we had to fight to keep our pillow. You know, so you start smelling it when, let's say, quote unquote, danger is coming, or you have to fight to keep your food on the plate, otherwise, or people steal your fucking toys. But you know, this is not to talk about sadness. See, there is a level of experience in what I'm doing, and that's why people who think that they can fool me, a lot of people fooled me in the past, but that is simply because I already knew this is not correct, but I did not act in an adult way or at it. Like, this is it, my boundaries are like this and this, stay away from me, you know. And that sounds very harsh, and probably for a lot of people who work or live in the same space where they actually deal with this toxic kind of people, I understand that's not easy, but then you have to simply put up a little bit your mental boundaries, right? And just close your ears and just talk along a little bit. But you know, if you have multiple people around you that have distorted energy because they made up those they changed the course of past events, I do believe that it's very, very bad for you as well. And perhaps I'm wrong, but try it. Keep your circle clean. So let's close this clip, and every time when it's about the first clip, it's always 11 minutes and 59 seconds. Most of the time, more than 75% of the time, 11 minutes and 59 seconds. And yeah, yesterday's was, I did it on purpose very short, but the day before 12 minutes. Anyway, keep your circle clean. I'm gonna finish this walk. If you don't follow me yet or subscribed yet, then please help me out. I'm trying to spread a lot of good stuff. And when it's about my Telegram group, probably from Monday I will start dropping giveaways, you know, the digital assets that I talked about yesterday that can help you to grow faster than I did. And like I mentioned also in previous videos, I'm now in the upscaling phase, that I pretty much set up everything in a very massive way, which is gonna bring a lot of interesting opportunities also for the people who are very, very, very interested in growing their own, let's say, online imperium, but also start communicating better with other people and perhaps making better deals. And you can automate so much stuff. Oh yeah, when it's about automation, I will also give away make.com scenarios. That's a very nice one. I just came up with it, so that's what I'm also gonna do. I have to make a note about it. And if you don't know what make.com is, everything what you do online and or phone calls, SMS, what you do on a consistent, fill up Google Sheets and a lot of stuff. You can even, no, not even, there's so much stuff that I don't even know about because I'm not busy with everything, but so much stuff. Just dive into it if you're interested. I got, I think at the moment, around 50 scenarios, and I'm gonna fire them up one by one this week. I should have done it already since last week, but very, very busy. And yeah, that's it. And I want to really start providing tangible and very fast executable working structures for you, the person over there behind this lovely camera. And by the way, when it's about the camera, I mentioned this yesterday, I am now busy with, I think I'm almost finished with this, you know, because I'm reaching out to camera companies. I want to make a deal with this, that I get a free camera. And of course there's a lot of, it's not like that I'm saying, hey, can you send me a free camera? No, that's not how life works, you know. I just think things out. I will give a walkthrough video about the psychology behind it, and probably you can learn a lot of stuff from it, not only for reaching out to companies, but also when it's about, you know, relationships and how to set up your Tinder account. You know, So many people actually are so focused on this is what I want, this is what I need. No, talk about what you bring to the table, and maybe you can get your target on board. But if not, then there are a lot of other people that are interested in what you have to offer. And this is the thing, when you genuinely know what you bring to the table, you also don't run very fast into the wrong people. And of course, I will put in a little bit a disclaimer, and people say, yeah, why don't you in a solid relationship at the moment then, Dahlan? The thing is, because I am now at the moment, for the first time in my life, that I'm in peace with everything. I am very, 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 very calculated. I'm way less emotional involved in other people. I'm way much more aware of my own boundaries, which I set very clearly. And yeah, so I could say perhaps I'm ready for a serious relationship again. And you know, but also along my life, it's constantly ups and downs and ups and downs. It's never stable, was never stable, and I'm very honest about this. And because, yeah, I was always incredibly hyper, ridiculous hyper actually. But anyway, that's a little bit about the background, about the why. But always talk about what you bring to the table. And if you know what you can bring to the table, and that's what you speak about it, write it down, put it on your bio. This is what you bring to the table. You don't say, this is what I need, that's what I want. No. Is it what you bring to the table? Is that worth what you actually want? You know, think about it. If you want, and I'm just saying very basic example that probably a lot of people understand. If you want a Lamborghini, you cannot say I bring a good laugh to the table. You know, so your value is way below for what you really want. So think about this. If you want to, yeah, with everything, just think about what you really are willing and actually can authentically and also on a longer term bring to the table. Because a lot of people, they faking it, but this is fair. This is life, people. Faking it never holds it. It has a transpiration of an expiration date. Lying and making up stories has an expiration date, and time will always reveal everything. And that's the beauty about, let's say, I would like to say, people like me. I always warned people in the past, even for 20 years ago, even longer. One I actually told once when I was 50, never ever fuck me in the ass, because, you know, that's life. And some people do have great intentions, and you should be always aware of, you know, okay, you got the people who just done, you know, just work, family, die, and that is the normal course. Mortgage, don't forget the mortgage. Go on a holiday maybe for 6 weeks, a year, and that's it. But do you want this? And if not, then open your eyes and be careful who you let in your circle, and try some of the strategies that I'm going to provide. Join my Telegram group, and yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop talking now because I kept on rattling. Gonna do some water over here, and that's it. Today I keep it very simple. Dips without the knee raises, pull-ups without the knee raises, a lot of forward lunges, and over there on the other side I'm doing the dips, no, the knee to the elbow on the parallel bars. And I had a little bit of thought, because I'm every day saying and that I'm getting up at 5:15, sometimes earlier, many times actually earlier. But the only reason that I'm saying it is to motivate some of the viewers, you know, that it is possible for people above 45. You know, I am 46. At the end of this year I'm going to be 47. I just want to show people that it is possible, and that you don't need a lot of money. You know, you don't see me in the gyms, you don't see me doing all the powder stuff. You know, I have my own thoughts about it, and let's drop it. You know, my vlogs are raw, rough, real, and unedited. You don't see my clips like, you know, that in the middle a little bit things are out just to make things sound better, or that I look better for the audience. No, I'm just rough and raw, and this is real, people. And what I do believe about when it's about the proteins and the creatines, you know, a lot of people on the calisthenics spots, they don't use that stuff. And if you really take a good look at calisthenics spots, the majority of the people do not have blubber and, you know, excessive weight. With all the respect that people who are doing their best, and you know, they cannot get rid of and the fat, you know, I would highly suggest to start following my training videos, because I explain exactly how to do it without swinging like wild baboons, you know, like they show you on, and a lot of people show you this is calisthenics. But you know what, I'm also not doing it. I just want to stay in shape at 46 or almost 47, and that's what I want to show you, that it is possible, and that you can have the energy level of a 25-year-old. But you know, in my case, when I was 25, I was okay, don't get into it. At the moment, I just want to show you that everything is possible. And the thing is, next to that, you know, I'm doing everything from the phone. So between my travels, between, you know, this morning I did the forest walk, you could see it. I did my mineral water drinking, but in between I'm constantly texting with people, arranging a lot of meetings between other people, because I'm brokering also people. So it's and lead generation, lead nurturing. But see a lot of people who are very judgmental. They say, oh no, I you know, because everybody thinks that everything is online and that you don't have to talk with anybody. Well, if it was easy like this, it isn't. At least not in my case, because I do love to talk with real people, study them, you know, and especially when they do something bad, you know, they become subjects to me. Not that I'm some kind of psycho or, you know, how do you say this, manipulator in a very negative way. No, I just study and share it with you from real life experience. Like I said, I'm not opening books and I'm gonna say, no, in 1870 there was a study about this and this, you should try to apply it. And in the meantime, those people don't do anything else than just fulfill their fucking job at the university or at the school. With all the respect, I talked about this yesterday. The only reason that they do what they do at school is because they're not good enough. If they would be good enough, they would be known. And of course, there's a lack of marketing knowledge, that I understand this part. But if they would be really so freaking good at what they're doing, the best history teacher, the best geographical guy, or I don't know what, I don't know all those namings. You know, I skipped multiple classes when I was busy with school. You know, I had times when I had to go to school, I really had to cry. I really cried. This, when you know, when I was 12, I totally panicked. You know, there's no reason. You know, if I don't see the reason, I go fucking nuts. And I always was like this. And it's not to tell everybody that I was how do you say this? A crybaby. No, I was so fucking angry. You know, so fucking, you know, because it doesn't make sense. But anyway, besides that, the reason that I talk about my getting up time, my the way I work, the way I train is simply showing that it's possible. And like I said, when I was 30 I lost pretty much everything and everybody. And when your back is against the wall and totally I'm telling you, I was many times, multiple times, rock bottom, lost everything, sitting on the street, on a bench, surviving the night. But that's a different story. But I'm telling you, I'm not the smartest person on the planet. Far from that. Far from that. And I also, you know, when I look at young guys, I think 2 days ago I talked with somebody's son on WhatsApp. If you're watching this, you know, those young people are so fucking bright, you know, and they don't have the adversity that we were looking at. And the thing is, I think, mama, if you put in the work or actually guide them, you know, in the right direction, and also motivate everything what they do good, you know, they can be aces. I'm telling you, the young people these days, they have so much, I think, so much head start. Yeah, I'm not jealous about it, Ben, but you know, it would be sad for me to see that those guys just, and I'm talking about this young guy. He was 7, I think. And the thing is, you know, now they look bright and maybe still curious about the world, and then at one point maybe they start losing it, get a heavy voice, and then losing all interest in life. See, and then it's a waste of talent at that point. That's what I see. I saw it many times, you know, because they're surrounded by the wrong people. They have weak characters, you know, and or also raised in the most comfortable way. That's another thing, you know, give them too much comfort and they just, you know, eat from their noses and don't give a shit about the world around them because everything is very comfortable. I lived in one country, I'm not gonna name the name of the country, but in that country the young people don't have anything to fear in their whole life, and that's why they also don't give a rat's ass about other people. That's the other side of the coin. But anyway, so get up and replace, and I'm gonna say this every single vlog, replace 1 hour of your minimal 3 hours per day mindless scrolling with one of the strategies that I provide, and then start building an asset for yourself that you control. You know, I talked about this. I'm not gonna repeat it now, but just start doing something for yourself, you know, and let the losers around you, get rid of them, drop them. That's another reason that I'm sharing all those red flags. It's not about how bad people are, not at all. It's about get rid of them. Losers stay with losers, complainers stay with complainers, and winners, you know, they hang around with winners, or you spend a lot of time in between alone until you find a better group and another group. In between those switches you will be facing alone time, which is not bad at all. I visit multiple months because I was between my own growth. Constantly growing comes with oh, there. You know, growth comes with, yeah, especially when you're hanging in between, you know, for the next level. That is pretty, can be alone, but it's not in a way that it's negative or something, but for some people it's not very comfortable. But yeah, growth is very uncomfortable. Oh,
that's the attraction.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh wow. Oh yeah. Wow. Oh yeah. Красиво.
Красиво, да, става добре.
Да. О, всичко?
Не, само.
О, да.
Само гросе.
Да, разбирам.
Само високо.
О, да. Да, окей.
Тук само високо.
Да, красиво.
Искаш да пробваш? Ду.
Да?
Дай.
Окей.
Снимай.
Окей.
My friend America. Снима. Да. Ама натискай.
Wait a minute, how do I hold it? Like this?
Да.
Like
Не. Така. Да.
Like this?
Да.
Ah,
Да.
yeah. Okay.
Да.
Now we need grass. With the camera, check them out. Like this. So like this.
Добре.
Okay.
Айде.
So, okay, over here.
Да, бе, окей.
Oh.
Идеално.
Yeah.
Идеално.
Okay.
Langzaam.
Ja, langzaam, hè?
Да, са там, да.
Oh, wow.
Идеално.
Oh. Okay.
Да.
Okay. Merci.
Мерси, аз.
Да.
Ще те научим на всичко тук. Идвай тук.
Да.
България. Чакай малко насам тук, да.
Ah.
Ще те научим на всичко.
Oh, wow, yeah. Professional, да. Hoppa.
Аз съм възрастен, голям и за това умея.
Oh.
И ти ще се научиш, ама няма за кога.
Wow. Много бързо.
Ами трябва.
Да. Красиво.
Стига толкова, да.
Да. Merci.
Моля, мерси, аз. Айде.
Nou, Hollandia.
Няма значение за мен.
Oké.
Щом си чужденец, Америка.
Oké, да. Добре. So I leave that clip in. I left the previous clip, you know, because I talk with everybody. You can see you end up in doing stuff I was definitely not expecting to do this, that thing with the grass. Oh, now I actually do. This is also nice grass to cut with that thing. I don't know how it's. I think in Holland we call this a size, but I don't know how you say it in English. Anyway, doesn't matter. Skip it, move it. I'm gonna finish my training and then move. Okay.
Айде.
So, okay, over here.
Да, бе, окей. Идеално.
Yeah.
Идеално.
Okay.
Langzaam. Да, са там, да.
Oh, wow.
Идеално.
Oh. Okay.
Да.
Okay. Okay.
Окей. Айде на здраве.
Здраве.
Zum Wohl. Mein Freund Америка.
Америка?
Mein Freund Холандия.
Да.
Айде. Zum Wohl.
На
Да сме
здраве.
живи и здрави.
Да.